Thank you so much for joining us for this very special episode of Leading Change. As you can tell by our backdrop, we are live at InsureTech Insights, and I have the opportunity of talking with Charlie today. But before we get started, can you give everybody an introduction?
Absolutely. Charlie Sidoti, I'm the Executive Director of InnSure. InnSure is a nonprofit focused on innovation and insurance related to climate change. And we're super excited to be here today.
Well, so I want to start by you talking a little bit more about the nonprofit and kind of giving everybody a little bit more about what it is you guys do.
Yeah, so we look at innovation in insurance. Everything is related to climate change, and we look at it through the lens of what does the world need from the insurance industry to deal with the impacts of climate change. So that falls into a couple of different buckets. One, how can insurance accelerate the transition to a low carbon economy faster, better insurance products and services? And on the other side, what gets a lot of the media attention is the catastrophes are increasing, dollars are going up, the industry is exiting some markets, which is landing on individuals, enterprises, and whole communities. So we're trying to figure out how to close that protection gap. So the world needs insurance to lean in a big way to deal with these issues, and we're trying to help it.
So let's talk a little bit then about like the benefit that comes from the insurance side of focusing on this stuff and really making this transition or evolution happen.
Yeah, so it's hard to do for sure, but there's massive markets that can be had. On the energy transition, the technology space, just the technology alone, McKinsey estimates it's a $15 billion market.
Not bad.
to insure all these new renewable energy technologies. But also the energy transition is also changing the auto market with EVs and the built environment with, a lot of changes to decarbonize buildings. So it's also affecting the two huge parts of the industry, which is about a $400–500 billion market, those two parts. So the industry really needs to address it, and it's a huge opportunity. And then on the protection gap side, the protection gap is larger than the industry. So if you can figure out how to close the protection gap, it's huge, huge markets for the industry.
There's a benefit.
Exactly.
So we kind of buried the lead here a little bit too, because you guys are also working on something pretty exciting.
Very.
So can you clue everybody in on the $5 million that you get to help give away?
Yes, we get to help give away. NYSERDA, the New York State Energy Research Development Agency, they invest about $1 billion a year in that clean technology that we were talking about. And they identified insurance as an opportunity to accelerate the adoption of their technology investments. So things like green hydrogen, but also wind, solar, decarbonized grid, decarbonized building. So they have given us $5 million to give away to new novel insurance products that will accelerate the adoption of the technology. So right now, if you go to insure.org, there is an application process that is open through the middle of or the end of July. And if you have a novel product that focuses on one of those technology areas, all the rules are there. We'll be giving away $5 million in all non-dilutive grants to 5 to maybe 10 companies that create cool products. So it's super exciting.
Great. So we'll include the link to that in the post so that if you are interested in applying or learning more about it, you can go there to do that.
Absolutely.
But thank you so much for taking some time out of the hustle and bustle of the conference to join me. And thank you everybody for watching, and have a wonderful day.
Thank you all, and thank you. This has been great.
Thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Leading Change. If you liked what you saw, be sure to subscribe and come back weekly for more expert interviews on digital transformation, change management, and emerging technologies.